Here's the thing. The person who introduced her to him was a woman who had his child, his baby mama named Anne. What's unsettling is that prior to all of this, his baby mama and WILANNA were close friends. Then, WILANNA ended up having a relationship with him.
My best friend at the time, she had her own plans with my baby daddy while I was in the hospital, and she decided to not only spend time with him and my child while I was in the hospital, but she decided to actually go ahead and move all her belongings from her apartment into my baby daddy's apartment.
As more
If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying? What make you think you greater than Jesus, nigga?
came out about this case, every single detail that surfaced made the full picture clearer to look at, because this love triangle was far more complicated than it seemed at the surface. Before we get too deep, reportedly, what set off the altercation, which escalated, was over $70. He had accused WILANNA of taking money from him, but she denied it. Justin Wright was taken into custody and booked into Scott County Jail.
Justin Wright of Atlanta is facing first-degree murder charges. He's accused of killing 20-year-old WILANNA BIBBS of North Carolina. We've learned that Wright collaborates with well-known rap artists Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, Bow Wow, and Gucci Mane. He was reportedly mentored by R. Kelly as a teenager. Officers were called to Calvin Street and 13th for a domestic disturbance last Sunday. When officers got there, they found Bibbs shot. She was pronounced dead at the scene. He's being held in Scott County Jail on a...
Did y'all catch that? He was mentored by R. Kelly as a child. Okay, R. Kelly. He wanted a polygamous relationship with his baby mom, her friend, the one that he ended up taking up out of here. This is mental right here. Now, right now, we're gonna get into the interrogation, and you might as well go ahead and get your popcorn. It's going to be a lot to take in.
Person also stated that whenever Anne was confronted, she would allegedly deflect by playing the victim and bring up her daughter. After Justin's arrest, he sat across from a Davenport detective for hours during his interrogation. In that entire time, he talked about everything.
Hey, come get this nigga, man!
And I wish I wouldn't have came back, no.
With you. You're not in a rush right now.
You already went over him. You don't even have to do that.
I'm gonna do it
just for your own comfort.
You know how, you probably wouldn't want somebody else talking about your jewelry and selling it for you.
Right.
Is that a fair?
I understand. My daughter, I've never been away from my daughter this long.
Is your daughter
the two is like some place called PlayStation or something like that.
Niggas kill me. Now you care so much for your daughter. I've never been away from my daughter this long. How long is that, sir?
So we went there, but I was late because
I think it's called helium.
Maybe, yeah. So I missed that.
Okay.
I completely missed their party. So I got there when they were leaving, walking out. Then Joy stayed with me. I've been taking Joy to school and daycare, picking her up from daycare this whole week before they left. So I've been staying at my mom's, and we all been sleeping right there. I don't know if you've seen. Well, you didn't.
I was not up there.
But there was like a little fake bed that was in the living room where we've been sleeping at.
Like an air mattress type thing.
It's like a bean bag mattress. I don't know where they got it from. It's crazy.
Listen to the guilt. The guilt is crazy. You're just rambling. Not even mentioning the girl and her well-being. That's gonna be the first tip-off.
Okay. And was it just you and Jayla that drove up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I know it sounds like you and Jayla's mom have some issues.
Really?
Are you currently dating, in a relationship? Anything? Okay. Okay. That gives me some good background. So you're just came in town because of some family stuff. It happens to be your daughter's birthday.
James' dad just went into the ICU. My aunt, Dixie, she just had 4 surgeries. So it's been you know how it goes when there's something bad happening. It's always in threes. Yeah, that's what my mom always taught me.
I was saying a similar.
What did you say?
So that's the only reason we stayed this long, or I would have just left. And then it was my nephew's birthday on the 7th, which was yesterday.
Irrelevant.
So I would have left, but then my mom started feeling some kind of way because her husband's dad was in the ICU, and then her aunt is probably about to die. Both of them, I think all 3 of them are probably about to actually die. So my mom was doing.
Damn. How do you know that? And even if you felt that way, you would just say that out loud. Like they, you know, the way this is going, they might outlive you. Because for this type of situation, we know where you going.
Like, my PTSD is bad. I need to go back home.
Okay, and
it ain't bad yet.
When were you planning on heading back home?
I literally was like in the middle of like putting my stuff in the car when the officers came up. Like, I didn't know what was going on. My computer is on my mom's stairs. Like, that was here already. Somebody brought it to her and I was just taking it. That was the only thing I was missing.
And in all of those hours, he never once showed grief for WILANNA.
There you go.
Do you know who is WILANNA Bibbs?
WILANNA is a girl that was Ann's friend that I was messing with for a second, and then I found out she was Ann's friend, and I stopped talking to her, and my mom really liked her, and they still be talking. Once in a while, she sent me some money that she owed me earlier.
She sent you earlier today? She sent you money?
Mm-hmm.
What? How'd she send you money?
Apple Pay, because I don't have.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
How much money did she owe you?
It was just my money that I had sent to her that she hadn't sent back to me. It was like $1,200.
So you guys were kind of seeing each other until you figured out she was friends with Ann? I just talking?
I met her. I originally met her through Ann.
First, he said he stopped talking to her when he found out that her and Ann was friends. I don't know if y'all caught that. Run it back. But he already contradicted himself.
And had a threesome one time.
How long have you?
I call her Willie. I've only known her for
Willie.
Since right around Jella's, like right before Jella's birthday ish.
Since like March.
Yeah, I haven't known her long. I met her during one of Ann's down periods where she was okay.
Okay.
Her and Ann were prostituting and doing crazy stuff.
Down period.
Atlanta and Vegas and everywhere. They were traveling, just doing crazy stuff together.
You said your mom likes Willie though?
A lot.
How did your mom meet Willie?
One time I was having a panic attack, like one of these PTSD episodes, and I think I fainted, and she went in my phone and called my mom.
Okay, so she was with you?
We were like I said, Ann was okay for a little while.
Okay.
And I was trying to get her back on her meds and get her into rehab. So that's when I started coming around them. So Ann was there also.
Pay attention to how he's trying to involve his mother in the whole situation. All right, he's really trying to push the situation and try to make her an accomplice in this whole situation right here. That's why he keeps mentioning his mother.
Probably had a mental illness also.
When was the last time you saw Willie?
I don't know. I can't, right now it's not.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
So
if you ask me again after this is over, I probably could have better answers for you, but right now everything is.
All right, now mind you, he's literally there because he shot her. Pow, pow, pew, pew for the tube. Right? But then you don't know when the last time you saw her. And he thinks that they actually believe this. I think he's just trying to play crazy. Now he talking about PTSD and all this mental stuff. I think this nigga trying to play crazy. He thinks that in the long run it's going to help him. But he's already contradicted himself multiple times. And they know you did it. It doesn't, none of that other stuff matters. Like, he just going on about, I don't know.
Okay.
Like I said, her and my mom, I told my mom not to keep speaking to her because her and Ann were friends, and she told me if she ever found out she was trying to set me up with Ann, she'd do something.
There goes his mother again.
This crazy stuff, but they've been talking and having communication behind my back, and I told my mom that wasn't cool because that wasn't somebody that I wanted to be with or somebody that should have ever had any conversation with my parents.
What does WILANNA look like?
She's cute. She's really cute. Tall, brown skin.
Okay. Do you know any reason that Willie would be here?
If she came, it had something to do with my mom. It had nothing to do with me if she came here.
Had something to do with your mom? Why do you say that?
Because
She got a point.
nothing to do with me if she came here.
Had something to do with your mom? Why do you say that?
Because her and my mom have been talking and communicating ever since me and her stopped talking. Her and my mom have been like best of buddies.
Tell me about that. Like, I guess, how do you know that mom and
Keep trying to bring his mother into it.
Because Willie said something to me crazy that I know only could have came from my mom one time, and that's when I had blocked her number for the last few weeks. I haven't even been speaking to her. I blocked her number.
Justin Wright's trial began in Scott County District Court. On April 10th, 2023, Justin Lamont Wright was found guilty of first-degree homicide. After the verdict, a friend of WILANNA wrote, "Now you can rest in peace, WILANNA Bibbs." Sentencing came on June 14th, 2023. Justin Wright was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
I just don't understand how these dudes just be throwing their life away over a woman. Like, people always like to say how women are so emotional. No, people are emotional. Right? People are emotional, men and women. Right? Then there's a thing that kicks in called emotional intelligence and control, where you learn how to regulate your own emotions. People like him, he obviously had, everybody has multiple sides to him. Everybody has multiple sides to him. All right, that makes you human. But the way this guy operates, he was destined to be where he's going or going to see Uncle Charles. All right, because he was just reckless, and he said it himself. That's just who he was. He could probably produce music. He probably had a great side to him. Right? And then he had that side to him. And it's sad, man.
My child's father, Jay Wright. And now that I think about it, I used to watch true crime videos like this all the time. And he used to make little slick comments when I used to watch these videos like, "You're scaring me. Like, you be watching stuff like this like you're plotting something on me or something." Me plotting on you? And honestly, as crazy as it sounds, I feel like me watching those videos and seeing how things go wrong or how people successfully escape from domestic violence situations helped me out in this situation a lot. Where do we even begin? I remember I spent my birthday at the mental institution voluntarily because I checked myself in, because thankfully I was able to escape from him and get back to my hometown. But then he called my mom on the phone, and I kid you not, I'll never forget this. He called my mom on the phone, and his exact words were, "Where's your daughter? I'm coming to her." And of course, my mom acted like she didn't know where I was. I told her, just play along with, you don't know where I am, and I'll figure out what to do next. So I thought my brightest idea was to go to the mental institution. I know I can't get out and you can't get in. So I was like, yep, that's exactly what I'm about to do. I am going to go voluntarily check myself in, because at this point, it's too much going on, y'all. I was in neck braces and all types of stuff. This man beat me black, blue, purple, and all types. I was all the colors of the rainbow. Okay? And now, you think the work is not done. You are coming to finish me. Me, child of God. Me. Quick background story. Me and WILANNA, at the time, before all of this went down, we were really, really close. Like, that was my best friend, for real. Like, we was like this. You would not see her and not see me, vice versa. It got to a point where we were doing trips together. We was going to Vegas together. Like, that was my girl, for real. Now, this is on both of them, because as my baby father, why are you trying to pursue my friend? and as my friend, why are you trying to pursue my baby father? But we're going to just fast forward past that part. As you guys saw, there was clips of an interview that me and WILANNA went on. If you could see, my face is caked up in makeup. It is so caked up in makeup because I was beat the fuck up underneath. So I had to cake myself up in makeup so when we went to this interview, I could look like nothing was wrong. Now, this is a very crucial part of this story because, okay, I don't want to cry. Hold on. Just because I remember it so vividly. Like, before I even escaped, let's go back. Let's go back. It got to a point where we're in the apartment, all three of us. It's me, my baby father, WILANNA, and my daughter. All four of us, my bad. And now she got to witnessing the things that he was doing to me. It's like something clicked in her mind shortly. And she was like, we got to get out of here or we're going to die. Literally, those were her exact words to me. She was like, we got to get out of here or we're going to die. And I was like, okay. Now, J. Wright Nasty Ass wanted us to go get checked because he was being freaky deaky and freaky deaky. And he just wanted to make sure, you know, everybody was just staying clean in a circle. So I booked us an appointment, me and WILANNA. Well, WILANNA booked the appointment because I didn't have no phone. WILANNA booked me and her the appointment to go get checked at CVS and like the Ready Med, whatever clinic, minute clinic, whatever. And I told her as soon as we got to CVS, we were going to call for help. We were going to try to get help. Okay, we were going to tell the people because he wasn't going to come into the appointment with us, obviously. So I told her we was going to get help. But I don't know. It's like the light bulb went the freak off. And she ended up even telling Justin that I had the idea of us escaping, which just ended up, I just got my ass beat even more. But anyways, you guys have to also remember I'm not from this country, okay? So I was not really familiar with R. Kelly, who R. Kelly is, what R. Kelly was. I didn't know what was going on. So when it was like, okay, R. Kelly's my mentor, it's like, okay, right over my head, right over my head. That should have been the biggest of the flags, of the reddest of the flags of them all. But no, I'm thinking, oh, okay, cool. Years later, and I still cannot believe this is reality. Like, I know it's reality, obviously, but I still, like, cannot fathom this shit at all being my real life. Like, this shit is crazy. And before anybody jumps down my throat and up my ass, nobody deserves to die, period. Nobody should be. I wish we lived in a world where people were God-fearing people and people knew that they were never bigger than the program to be taking people out, okay? And I'm not even going to get into it being about money or what it was about or what, at the end of the day, at the end of the plot, nobody should be taking nobody's life. And I'm glad she got the justice that she deserves. He did get life in prison, no parole, yeah. And then this happened on Mother's Day is crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, I'm at the mental hospital, I'm hiding, and then days later, I get a call from my mom, and she's like, I don't know why the police just called me and are trying to identify you as being deceased because I know you're in the mental hospital, but they have somebody deceased and your ID is on the scene. I can't make this shit up. This shit it's just crazy. Moral of the story, domestic violence is not a joke. For real. And all of that, oh, why don't you leave sooner? Why don't you leave earlier? Why don't you? Literally, WILANNA was just trying to leave.
Go to Crime and Passion to watch the full story. Monogamy is an illusion. All relationships are time sensitive. I'm not here to argue that. Catch you on the next one, man. Dumbasses in the afterwife. Rest in peace.